What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and the Indianapolis Colts lose to the Houston Texans 29 to 27. I'm just going to share my quick thoughts on the game, but before I do, if you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way, you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. So losing a game like this, it sucks. It always sucks. Obviously, you want to win the first game of the season because you want to start off in a positive way. But what really hurts about losing games like this is not only does this affect your regular season record, it also affects your divisional record. Because let's say we get into a situation like in 2020 when Philip Rivers was here, and let's say we finish the regular season at 10-7 and Jacksonville is 10-7, right? So you have to go off of tiebreakers to determine which one of the two are going to win the division. Let's say Jacksonville in the division is 4-2 and the Colts are 3-3. Jacksonville gets the tiebreaker, they win the division. That's why these divisional games are so important. You have to win these games because if you get in a situation where you're tied for first in your division, the better divisional record's going to win. So you want to win these games, obviously. So that's what really hurts about losing this game. And yeah, very, very important game this was indeed. There were some things I liked about the game. There were things I also didn't like about the game too. Starting off with Anthony Richardson. I thought Anthony Richardson was fine today. He wasn't terrible. He wasn't great. He did some really good things. He did some not so good things. He had the pass to A.D. Mitchell that was way overthrown. That would have been an easy touchdown if it wasn't overthrown. You had another pass that would have been a 70-yard touchdown to A.D. Mitchell. It just hit his fingertips. Just a hair overthrown. But I do put that on the defender for touching AD and slowing him down for like half a second. If there was no illegal use of hands from tennis or from Houston, I think that's a touchdown. I think AD would have caught that, got in. And then a lot of people are going to point to the interception. Not a great ball. However, I put that more on Kylan Granson for slipping. And look, he can't control if he slips or whatever, but he did slip, and that caused the ball to be overthrown. If he doesn't slip and he keeps running like he's supposed to, maybe he tips the ball, maybe he smacks it down, maybe he catches it. I don't know. But yeah, not a great day. Did some really good things running the football. You know, had 56 yards on 6 carries, got a touchdown. Had that, what, 19, 20-yard run. That was pretty good. His passing has to get better. 9 of 19. It has to be better than that. You have to have a higher completion percentage. And again, I've said this before. This season, we're going to see highs and lows with Anthony Richardson. And we're going to see a lot of lows as well as highs early on in the regular season. We just hope as he develops, those lows become less and less. And honestly, with Shane Steichen, I think he can develop into a good quarterback. I really do. I think Anthony Richardson can be a very good quarterback. It's just we got to see that development. If he starts to regress, okay, next season could be make it or break it for Richardson. So definitely got to improve that completion percentage. But overall, a fine day. Not phenomenal. It was fine. Jonathan Taylor wasn't really all that great either. Ran the ball 16 times. Maybe they should have ran it with him 20 to 25 times, but still 48 yards on 16 carries. That's not great. It's not great at all. Someone who played great today, though, on offense was Alec Pierce. Look, I told you guys in the offseason, Alec Pierce is a good wide receiver. I never said he'd be a number one, but I said he is a good number two, number three type of receiver. And he proved exactly that today. Had 125 yards, and he used his biggest strength, which was his ability to get open and stretch the field. I thought Alec Pierce played really, really well today. By far the best receiver. Doolin had that nice catch that ended up being a touchdown. Pittman was okay. Like he was fine. I think the defense was just focused on him, but I thought he was fine. I thought AD played pretty good today. It's just again had that overthrow and then that other one that would have been like a 70-yard touchdown. He did a good job getting away from the defender and getting open. So I think AD is going to be fine. I think he's going to have a really good year. It's just, again, he's a rookie. He's got to develop in that front, right? Offensive line was okay. They got beat a couple times, which resulted in a couple sacks, but I thought they were fine today for the most part. They got to do a better job giving Taylor some opportunities, but yeah, they're okay. Kenny Moore, I thought Kenny Moore played good today. I thought he played pretty well. The secondary, it wasn't great, right? The secondary didn't do that great of a job, but they weren't terrible today. So, I mean, I guess there's that. You're going up against a really good passing offense with CJ Stroud and some of the weapons they have. I'm not expecting them to be perfect. Um, I was just hoping they weren't like terrible, and they weren't. They got to improve. They got to get better. These young guys have to improve and get better. Um, but like Nick Cross was fine. Juju Brents almost had a great interception, very very close. But I thought overall the secondary was fine. The linebackers were okay as well. For the most part, they did a good job until the fourth quarter, limiting what Houston was able to do. But by far, the worst part about the team today, and in my opinion, this is the reason why the Colts lost. The run defense was awful. It was absolutely terrible. They allowed Houston to have a combined 213 rushing yards. That's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. You cannot let Joe Mixon run for 159 yards. And look, partway through the third and fourth quarter, Houston could have just ran the ball. They didn't need the pass. They could just ran. And guess what? They would have got whatever they wanted. So the run defense has to get better if this team is going to have a chance to do anything in January. It has to get better. So, in my opinion, that's why they lost. The pass rush, that was good. The pass rush did a really good job today getting pressure on CJ Stroud. Again, CJ is just able to run around, throw the ball, and then it's just caught by whoever. So they did a good job. They got 4 sacks today. I thought Dio was pretty good. I thought Quiddy Pay had a pretty good game today as well. Buckner obviously was Buckner. They did a good job when it came to getting pressure on the quarterback. Again, got to bring him down more. Okay, when you get to him, when you're able to grab onto him, you got to bring him down. But overall, definitely a positive for what I saw today, and hopefully it continues to get better, and hopefully we see some consistency as far as getting pressure on the quarterback. But I thought they did pretty well today. But yeah, at the end of the day, not a great game. There's some things that we can look at and say, yep, I like this, but also there are some things that definitely need to be improved upon. Anthony Richardson, I think, showed some positives, but again, got to improve your completion percentage. You can't be overthrowing guys. Got to work on that. And look, this is something we're going to talk about for at least another 5-6 weeks. Like, we're going to be talking about the overthrows. It's just, you got to take the bad with the good. This is that type of season, and that's why it sucks that he didn't play last year. Because last season would have been a great year for him to develop and get better. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. So hopefully he plays a full season or the majority of the season, and we can see him get better and improve and develop. And again, if anybody's going to develop him into a good quarterback, that would be Shane Steichen. So that's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt Bleed Blue. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.